Well, it's been a long time. It's felt like a long time. And as you might notice, the background is a bit different now. So during this whole pandemic, let's say people's minds have been a bit frazzled in just trying to get by and stay safe and maintain some sanity and stability. In my case, thankfully, I haven't made any terrible decisions. I never got COVID as far as I'm aware. But I did make one bad decision, which was to move apartments. Well, that's not true. As I explained in the previous video when I was leaving my Yucksam apartment, leaving that apartment was a good idea. The mistake was the apartment I had chosen and the speed with which I had chosen it. One lesson you should know is that you don't have to rush to find an apartment in Korea, even if your current housing contract is due to expire within a month. It's very easy to see different apartments and to see a lot of them. Although the second mistake I made, besides rushing to find a new place, was that I had limited my criteria to, let's say, not very good options or not many options. In fact, I had contacted several different real estate agencies and only one that showed me the apartment that I chose was the only one that got back to me with places that were relatively in the Gangnam area or along line number 2. I wanted to remain in close proximity to where I worked. And I say worked past tense. Up until this place, I had only lived in villa-style apartments. And I guess, aesthetically, I still prefer them, and it's hard to say why. I guess I like the fact that they're not that tall, they're not that big, and each room tends to have its own unique layout within the building. But one thing which I had never bothered to research, I guess, is that villa style apartments are all terribly constructed, and they tend to be constructed from around the same period, either the 90s or the 2000s, and that was just a period where lots of buildings were going up in Korea, and they were not particularly sturdy and not particularly soundproof. So I wanted to find a solution to that problem. I also started to consider, should I change jobs? Would that be an incentive to get a better apartment? So the previous job I had that I never talked about on camera because I was asked not to, and I still respect that. I mean, they were good to me. I found a new job, which I also won't really get into much detail about. Although I will say that the new job does involve making videos for the job. I am doing videos. In fact, the previous video I uploaded, which is of Finn and Wally fighting, that was made for this job. But anyway, the point is that I found a new job, and that job allows me mostly to work at home. So this table you see here is my workspace normally. The thing is, I actually left Seoul, which is, I guess, the title of this video. Without going into too much detail, I am still pretty close to Seoul. Why did I leave? Well, at first I thought, it's nothing personal. When I think about it, I guess it is personal against Seoul, because Seoul has changed. As I mentioned in the video when I was moving out of Yucksam, the building, I realized over time that the building was not so good, even though I really liked my room, but originally the other people who lived in the building were good, and over time it changed. Because of the high price of housing in Seoul, more friends and people live together, and it's also younger people, and it changes the atmosphere, and they're, noisy and dumb. And also in that particular neighborhood, there were so many new delivery only places popping up, which means that there are motorcycles coming and going constantly. In fact, in that building, the first floor had been a restaurant, which went out of business 2 years ago, and it was replaced by a motorcycle repair shop. So not only did the building itself become much noisier, but the whole little neighborhood or that street, couple streets, became much noisier. Honestly, I'm just trying to relax and get into this new mindset because I feel like I've been stressed for the past 18 months. Now I actually have a place where, I have several places where I can sit down and relax. In my crappy previous apartment, all it really had was a computer chair, and I just never felt comfortable. And here, like, I will do free advertisement for IKEA for that couch. Like, that's a comfortable couch. Right now it's Chuseok, and I have nothing planned, just to relax. So, maybe there will be another video this week or this coming weekend. Just know that with me, things are very different. Very different. I don't know. It's the same life, but location really does make a difference, and also what you're doing as a job makes a big difference. Very important.